Super Saiyan 5 is finally happening, and the low-class Saiyan is the first to achieve it. Yes, Son Goku, I will explain everything about what is happening and everything about this new transformation of Goku. So, without further delay, let's go. Since the very beginnings of Dragon Ball, fans have always dreamed of seeing something beyond Super Saiyan 4, a legendary form that could take the Saiyans to unimaginable levels of power. Super Saiyan 5, despite never having officially appeared in the canon, has always been the subject of discussions, fan arts, and theories among the franchise's followers. The idea of Goku or another Saiyan reaching this stage arouses curiosity and anxiety because it represents the limit of the natural evolution of Saiyan blood, a step beyond what anyone could imagine. When Ultra Instinct emerged, especially in its mastered form, many fans felt that Goku was touching something that would approach what Super Saiyan 5 would represent: absolute mastery over body and mind, unparalleled speed and power. The visual resemblance, with the silver hair and an aura that transcends the traditional Saiyan golden color, reinforces this feeling. It is almost as if Toriyama, or more precisely Toyotaro, had given a glimpse of the potential for an even greater evolution, but without formally naming it. Complete Ultra Instinct shows that Goku finally understood what it means to be a Saiyan in his purest essence. Not only physical strength, but also adaptation, instinct, and the ability to constantly surpass limits. This understanding is crucial because for any legendary transformation, the Saiyan needs to transcend his mental as well as physical limitations. Ultra Instinct is a step, but is it the last one? Super Saiyan 5, theoretically, could be the fusion of absolute instinct with the Saiyan's brute power. The idea is that upon reaching this level, Goku would not only have absolute mastery over his movements, but also an extreme amplification of his vital energy, allowing him to confront gods or interdimensional adversaries effortlessly. It would be an evolution that maintains the Saiyan essence: fighting, emotion, the will to protect, but in an almost divine state. Another interesting point is that to this day no official Dragon Ball Super transformation has actually explored the totality of the Saiyan body's potential. Broly, Gohan, Vegeta, and even Trunks have shown that the limit is still far off. Goku, upon achieving Ultra Instinct, has already proven that he can adapt to any situation, something that a hypothetical Super Saiyan 5 would require at extreme levels. A perfect symbiosis between power, technique, and strategy. Visually, if we compare complete Ultra Instinct with the fan-made art of Super Saiyan 5, we notice some parallels. The longer silver hair, an almost divine aura, and eyes that reflect absolute calmness, but at the same time immeasurable power. This suggests that the essence of what Super Saiyan 5 has always represented is, in a way, present in Goku. All that is missing is the formalization of a transformation that combines Saiyan heritage with the transcendence of Ultra Instinct. Furthermore, Goku has never been one to settle for limits. Every new form always comes after a period of extreme training or absolute necessity. Complete Ultra Instinct showed that he can even master divine techniques, but the Saiyan's thirst for evolution is infinite. The natural expectation is that at some point Goku will be able to channel this knowledge and power to reach a new stage. Super Saiyan 5. Another aspect to consider is the narrative of Dragon Ball Super. Toyotaro and Akira Toriyama have always left room for surprises, showing that Saiyans can evolve not only through physical transformations, but also through the understanding and control of their emotions and energy. Super Saiyan 5 could emerge precisely at this point, not just as a visual upgrade, but as a true ascent of the Saiyan spirit. Some fans speculate that this transformation would only be possible after events that challenge all the concepts Goku knows, possibly involving divine-level beings or alternative universes. Thus, Super Saiyan 5 would not only be a matter of power, but also of narrative, representing a new milestone for the franchise. What makes everything even more fascinating is that, unlike previous forms, Super Saiyan 5 could integrate the instinctive control of Ultra Instinct with the brutality of pure Saiyan power. This would allow Goku to fight without thinking, yet with a strength that transcends any known limit. The combination of an empty mind and incomparable strength could completely redefine battle standards in Dragon Ball. It is also important to note that the concept of Super Saiyan 5 has always been linked to the idea of progressive evolution. That is, it is not just a power leap, but a transformation that reflects the spiritual and emotional growth of the character. In this sense, Goku, who has already gone through all the previous forms, is more prepared than ever for this next stage. If this transformation comes to fruition in Dragon Ball Super, it will certainly redefine not only Goku's power, but also the way we understand Saiyan evolutions. Super Saiyan 5 would be the culminating point of Saiyan philosophy, fighting, surpassing, protecting, and constantly evolving. In summary, complete Ultra Instinct can be seen as a bridge to what could be Super Saiyan 5. Goku finally understood what it means to be a Saiyan in his essence, and this opens doors for an unprecedented evolution. The future of Dragon Ball Super is full of possibilities, and the arrival of a Super Saiyan 5 could be the definitive milestone of the saga, elevating the franchise to levels that we previously only imagined. If Super Saiyan 5 became a reality, its usefulness in a battle against Black Frieza would be immense. Black Frieza, by all indications, is an extremely refined version of Frieza, with powers that can rival gods of destruction and techniques never before seen. To face an enemy of this level, complete Ultra Instinct would already be a great advantage, but Super Saiyan 5 could elevate Goku to an even more deadly level, capable of reacting to attacks that even normal Ultra Instinct could not predict or block. Super Saiyan 5, by combining brute power with instinctive control, would allow Goku to attack with absolute precision without wasting energy, while maximizing his physical and energetic strength. Against Black Frieza, this would be crucial, as he possesses not only superhuman speed and strength, but also a sharp strategic capacity, knowing how to exploit any weakness. Super Saiyan 5 would give Goku the advantage of fighting impeccably, using every movement efficiently and lethally. Furthermore, the endurance and durability of a Super Saiyan 5 would be extraordinary. Black Frieza would likely use massive energy attacks and large-scale destructive techniques, but Goku in this state could withstand blows that previously would easily take him down, staying on the battlefield longer. This would not only guarantee his survival, but also allow for devastating counterattacks that could turn the tide of the fight. Another important point is the surprise factor. Even Black Frieza, with all his knowledge and power, would likely not expect a level of evolution that transcends any known Saiyan form. The arrival of a Super Saiyan 5 in the heat of battle could emotionally and strategically destabilize Frieza, forcing him to rapidly adapt to an adversary much more powerful than he imagined. This, in itself, could be a watershed in the fight. Super Saiyan 5 would also bring advantages in energy manipulation. Goku could concentrate more devastating and precise attacks, creating shock waves capable of destroying the surrounding environment and keeping Black Frieza under constant pressure. The ability to combine physical and energetic attacks perfectly would make Goku practically unstoppable, something essential against an opponent who has no known limits and who likely still hides secret forms or abilities. Moreover, this transformation would allow Goku to explore new techniques. Perhaps he could even combine Super Saiyan 5 with elements of Ultra Instinct, creating a hybrid state where automatic reflexes and maximum strength coexist without overloading the body. For a combat against an enemy like Black Frieza, this would be a true watershed, allowing Goku to deal simultaneously with speed, strategy, and extreme power. So Super Saiyan 5 would be the perfect weapon for a confrontation against Black Frieza. It would not only elevate Goku's power level to incomparable heights, but also bring balance between strength, instinct, and endurance. If Goku reached this stage, the battle against Black Frieza could become not just a test of strength, but a true spectacle of Saiyan abilities, showing the audience that when it comes to evolution, Goku's limits are far from being reached. It is important to highlight that the possibility of Super Saiyan 5 becoming a reality is not absurd, especially considering that we are talking about Toyotaro, who has already demonstrated in Dragon Ball Super his ability to expand the canon consistently and surprisingly. He always respects the logic of transformations, but also knows how to introduce evolutions that seem natural within the Saiyan universe, as we saw with Goku's Ultra Instinct. Furthermore, Toyotaro has already played with ideas of forms that go beyond what we know, and many concepts from fan arts and theories about Super Saiyan 5 have already emerged from his own inspiration and references. This indicates that if there is an adequate narrative moment, such as the need to face an enemy like Black Frieza or another divine-level adversary, the introduction of Super Saiyan 5 would be not only plausible, but also extremely coherent within Goku's power progression. If finally, it is perfectly possible to imagine that Goku, after completely mastering Ultra Instinct and fully comprehending the Saiyan essence, will reach a new level of power. Super Saiyan 5 could be this definitive leap uniting strength, instinct, and absolute energy mastery. If Toyotaro decides to explore this idea, fans would certainly witness Goku's maximum evolution, consolidating him as the most powerful and adaptable warrior in the Dragon Ball universe. But comment on what you thought of all this and don't forget the like. Thank you very much for the support from all of you, and until next time.